Here we go. Back again. A new question in my Discord has just popped up. Bama Man, Shaner Wainer, what do you think of hookup culture? Alright, so hookup culture. I'm gonna answer this question from the perspective of a man, since I'm a man. I think hookup culture, there's two groups of men partaking in that, right? There is the group of men that has low self-esteem and equates getting late to being successful, and getting late to being the man, and getting late to feeling good. And then there's a group of men who genuinely enjoy having sex with strangers, if you will, people that they don't really know that well, and has a deep and thorough biological primal need to conquer new women and new vaginas as often as they possibly can. For this second group of men, they basically replace masturbating with having one-night stands, right? Now, let me say, to be clear, this is the vast minority, all right? So, the vast majority of men partaking in hookup culture are actually not really into it. They're just being conditioned that way because of music, because of movies, shows. Look at these horsies. Hey! Maybe you can't even see them because I'm filming against the sun and they're pitch dark black. Anyway, most men, as myself, partake in hip-hop, in hip-hop, talk about a Freudian slip, partake in hookup culture because we think it'll make us feel better, because we view it as the key to unlocking being a real man. We just kind of like have this notion if we can have sex with enough women that everything else will fall into place. Because that's kind of what we're taught, you know, in our culture, in our Western culture. The man gets the chicks, right? Now, the thing about that is, most men, once again, including myself, don't really enjoy having one-night stands as much as you might think. It's messy, it's awkward, sometimes the puzzle doesn't really fit. Yeah guys, that's a real thing. And if you know, you know. And more often than not, you're left with a very empty feeling at the end of it. It's like you just end up feeling soulless, as if you've done something that goes against your very core, your very energy. And that's because you're taking a very intimate process, but you're turning it into a Big Mac from McDonald's. You're basically just, you know, doing something because you think you're supposed to do it, but then you realize that that's just you being conditioned, and even more importantly, that's you realizing that the idea and the concept that you have of what it means to have sex comes from porn, and is the furthest thing from having actual sex. So the problem is, we watch all this porn, we think, you know, we like it, it's horny, it's exciting, you masturbate to it, it's easy, you know, it makes you feel good, orgasm, wait, men can have an orgasm, right? That's not just, I'm just trying to think of the semantics of the word. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I think, yeah. Of course you can. All right, sorry guys, just thinking out loud. You know, so we're thinking like, oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna repeat this process, only we're gonna replace the computer or the mobile phone with an actual human. It'll be great. And that's not always the case, because you're basically, it's like showing up to a mountain bike trail with a Formula One car. You see what I'm saying? It's like, it's so different. They're going into it with the same expectations and mindset. So in the end, you're just like left dazed and confused and frustrated even. So I think most men, after a period of time, figured that one out. They figure out that actually just randomly hooking up, it's not really my thing. I don't enjoy it. And that's how most men end up settling down and prefer having one partner that they can figure out, get to know, study, listen to, you know, build with in more ways than one. But then of course you still have those number of men that thoroughly enjoy just hooking up and banging whatever and conquering. And I have friends like that. Doesn't mean they're bad people whatsoever. Doesn't mean they're doing something wrong. Just is what it is. So those are my thoughts on hookup culture. I think that is a process that is probably needed to kind of reverse the psychological conditioning of young men. Now again, I forgive me for not speaking on the female perspective of this, but I'm gonna quote Tame Impala and let you know, 'cause I'm a man, woman, down, down, down. I'm a man, so I can't speak on how women experience that or feel about that. So that, my friend, is my answer to what I think about hookup culture. If you have a question that you want me to answer or talk about, go to my Discord and ask your question in the Q&A section, and I'll make a video in the wilderness putting you on game. All right, hit the thumbs up. I love you guys. Cheers.